A new poll now reveals young Americans are extremely pessimistic about the job market. In 2025, only 43% of Americans ages 15 through 34 said it was a good time to find a job. That's compared to 64% of Americans 55 plus who feel the same. Now, this negativity among younger Americans is a new phenomenon. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here to discuss all of this. Jill, so what's going on here? Why are young people feeling so negative about this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a couple of years where we are seeing young college graduates feeling really under pressure. And it's weird because usually we say, get a college degree, you'll get a job. But we also know that the world is changing. And I think that the really fascinating thing to me is like the young versus the old. And when you look at that, it's like, well, why are those 55 plus people feeling better? I'll tell you why they're feeling better. They've been employed. They've been lucky enough to graduate college when there were jobs and they were plentiful. They had companies that had 401k plans. They put money away. They bought a house with a cheap mortgage. Now you're young, you come out and it's like, oh my God, I don't think I'll do as well as my family did before me. So there's a lot of negativity that is pervasive. I think obviously there's also the doom scrolling certainly plays into this as well.
Well, I was going to mention that because young people now will be coming out of having been in college during COVID and coming into a very difficult job market, and the saturation of bad stories is on their feeds nonstop. But what does the market data, the labor market data, actually show?
So, I mean, it is still better to have a college degree, and when you look at the job market, why? Because people make more money over the course of their entire careers when they have a college degree. And by the way, young college grads, let's say 22 to 27-year-olds, they are experiencing a higher unemployment rate. Like right now, we have a 4.3% rate, right? But and the young grads are in the fives. Young grads without young people without a college degree, it's 7. But I want to take one step back. You know, like when we say someone like me, I come on your set, I say, oh, the unemployment rate's only 4.3%. I also want to give you a little nuance to that, because if we take the bunch of people who are working part-time, but only because they can't get a full-time job. And then we take the other group of people who are so disgruntled, like, oh my God, I've sent out so many resumes, I just got to take a break. When we put those numbers back into the labor pool, the unemployment rate jumps to 8.2%. So I think there's a few things happening. People who are over 55 and have jobs, they're not retiring as quickly. They need the money. That's not clearing the decks for the young people. And I think that the labor market, it's not terrible, like we're still creating jobs. It's just taking a long time to find a position.
So what should young people do?
Well, I am a big fan of networking, and I know that that sounds terrible. Don't judge me for networking.
I think it's a great idea.
All we're talking about is relationships. You've got to reach out to your network, your parents' network, your friends' network. You have to use these connections because, honestly, that is how you're going to get out of the cycle of just sending in a resume and it sort of goes into this filter of who knows what. I think using your college, if you did go to college, I think using that alumni office, building that, having the ability to say yes to a job that maybe you are like, oh, I don't want to do that. Take a job. You know, we know people are graduating with debt. We know that's an issue. But, you know, there are jobs out there. Take a job. I know. The first time someone said to me, you should be in sales, I was like, oh, sales? And then I did it. It was a great experience. It's not necessarily like I would stay in that. But I'll tell you what, even in the job I have today, I think what's fascinating is learning to sell. Like, you sell a story, you sell an idea, you pitch something. So if you are looking at where the hiring is happening, it is in retail, it is in sales, it is in some of the loading and like, but if you have to pay your bills, take a job, keep looking.
There are always transferable skills.
Absolutely. And, you know, for most people, you don't have the luxury of waiting for your dream job. By the way, there is no dream job, except for our job. Are the bosses watching? They're up there. Are they watching?
We're all living our dreams.
Jill Schlesinger, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jill.
Always great to chat with you.
This Money Watch segment has been brought to you by AT&T Business. Connecting changes everything.